You click Buy Now, and like magic, a box just shows up at your door. It feels so simple, right? But what if I told you that behind that simple click is this massive, super complex, and honestly, surprisingly fragile system? And there's a new kind of AI that's stepping in to fix the whole thing from the inside out. I mean, seriously, it's 2025. We've got incredible tech all around us. So why are these super costly shipping mistakes still happening all the time? The kind of mistakes that can really, really hurt a business. It feels like it shouldn't even be possible. But once you peek behind the curtain of the global supply chain, it all starts to make sense. So here's the deal. The logistics industry, this giant engine that powers pretty much all of global commerce, well, it's kind of unsexy. And in a lot of ways, it's still running on old school tech. We're talking about a world that's still drowning in paper checklists and manual work, and a huge part of it runs on what people in the industry call tribal knowledge. You know what that is, right? It's that one super experienced worker who just knows all the system's quirks, but none of that is written down anywhere. So when they leave or retire, poof, all that knowledge is just gone. It's basically a recipe for disaster. And this really shows you the massive difference we're talking about. On one side, you've got the old way of doing things in a warehouse. It's all paper processes, manual work, that tribal knowledge we just talked about. And what does that lead to? Costly, painful errors. But then look at the other side. This is the new AI-powered way. We're talking camera vision that acts like a set of eyes, compliance that's totally automated, decisions based on actual data. And the result? Shipping without errors. It's not just a small tweak. It's a completely different game. Okay, so how do you actually make that jump from the old way to the new way? Well, the solution isn't just, another app or some new software. It's way deeper than that. It's about building a genuine, intelligent core, an AI-powered brain right inside the warehouse itself. And this quote, this just nails it. We don't just build dashboards. We build the nervous system of compliance inside a warehouse. See, this isn't about giving a manager a pretty chart to look at after something's already gone wrong. No way. This is about building an active, intelligent, nervous system that stops the mistake from ever happening in the first place. It's all about being proactive, not reactive. So what exactly is this nervous system? Well, they call it an AI compliance engine. Think about it like this. It uses things like camera vision to automatically understand and enforce the crazy, complex web of rules that all the big retailers have. All the little details about how their stuff has to be packed and shipped. This system makes sure every single order is done right, every single time. And the change is, it's absolutely dramatic. You have a process that used to take weeks of slow, manual, error-filled work, and you turn that into just a few minutes of automated, completely error-free processing. We're not talking about a tiny improvement here. This is a total game changer for efficiency and accuracy. Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds cool, but it's probably years away. Nope. This is not some sci-fi concept. It's happening right now, and it's picking up steam like you wouldn't believe. Let's dig into the news. Check out the speed, the money, and the real-world companies jumping on board. First off, check out how new this is. The company that's really pushing this new wave of AI for the supply chain, they were founded in 2024, this year. That just shows you how incredibly fast this is all moving, from just an idea to a real product. And yeah, the money is flowing in. They raised $3.3 million in seed funding. And look, that's not just some random number. That's a huge vote of confidence from investors who are clearly seeing the massive, massive potential in solving this incredibly expensive problem. But honestly, this might be the most impressive part: market adoption. We're talking more than 15 big enterprise customers signed on in under a year. Big companies usually don't move that fast. When they do, it's a massive signal that you're solving a problem that is very real and very, very painful for them. So this chart really puts it all together. You can see the whole story in one shot. Founded this year, 2024, immediately gets $3.3 million in seed funding, and boom, already has over 15 major enterprise customers. This isn't a startup that's trying to find its footing. This is a company that's already in full-on scaling mode. It just proves how much this solution was needed. All right, so fixing shipping mistakes today, clearly a huge deal. But the vision here, it goes way, way beyond that. This is really about setting the stage, laying the foundation for the entire next wave of automation in the physical world. And believe me, the ambition is off the charts. The goal here isn't just to sell a cool feature or a new tool. The mission is to build what they call a generational company. We're talking about a company that completely redefines how the supply chain works for decades to come. So here's the master plan, the long-term playbook. Step 1 is to use AI to create the first real standardized data models for compliance, something that's never existed before. Step 2, you use that foundational data to become the go-to operating system for all automation inside a warehouse. And then, for step 3, that operating system becomes the very platform that powers the next generation of warehouse robotics. You see how it builds? It's just a brilliant layered strategy. And all of this leads to one final, really massive question. I mean, if an AI can become the operating system for the incredibly complex physical world of a warehouse, what comes next? Could we be watching the very first steps of AI becoming the core operating system for, well, for our entire physical world? That's a wild thought, and definitely something to chew on.